Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Bose from the 19th hole. We got the pro playthrough here for the Glenmonarch 9-hole cup tournament. This is the tournament wins, and this is going to be a pro playthrough. This is going to be a mixture of two of my accounts. One has decent clubs and one that has a little bit better clubs, so there may be a mixture of the type of clubs that you see. But we're just going to basically try to get you all a general idea of how to play these holes, and then from there hopefully y'all can get them dialed in and have a decent finish here on this quick mini tournament just ahead of the upcoming summer major. So go ahead and get started here, and we'll be starting with hole number one. Be right back. Alright, we got hole number one here. This is a par 4. We'll play a plus 10% for our adjustment off the tee box. We're going to use a katana ball. You could also go with a power 3 ball here for sure. If you have a little bit lower level clubs, a power 3 ball might not be a bad idea to use. And my opponent will be first, so we will be right back. Alright, so we're going to go with full top spin, full left spin here for this shot. As much left spin as we can put in there. The shot we're looking for is like right there. As you can see, I'm having to fully overpower that. 2.7 rings is where we're going to go back to. So we're going to go back to about right there. So we will have to overpower this somewhat, and I'm going to put a little bit of left curl on it. I'm going to hit that one perfect. That one should be good. The only thing I may not have done is put enough left curl on it. And it's gonna eke back out there into the fairway. So yeah, if I did have something else to do here, I definitely would have used a little bit more left curl. And also, definitely, a power 3 ball would definitely help you out there in that situation. It would give me more control overall on the drive, because it's going to let me land my shot farther up that fairway, which is going to let me play the shot without having to really overpower it. And that's definitely a huge advantage when you're playing these holes, is not having to overpower a shot. So if you do have a little bit lower level clubs, I got an extra mile 6 here on this pro account. Some of these holes are a little bit longer off the tee box, overpower may be required, and that may be a reason to bump up your ball power. Nice shot there from my opponent. Let's see what we have here. We're going to be going uphill, so this will be minus 10% for our next shot. Nice shot there, sir. And let's see what we have here. 5.7 wind. There's our max. There's our min. So this is about mid right here. I'm going to play this right here as my mid. And I'm not going to play... I am going to play a little bit of backspin here. So we're going to go 2 backspin. And now we're going to play right at 2.1 rings. Be good. See how this one comes in. Just barely missed that one off to the right-hand side, but happy with that result. Would have been nice to drop it. Yep, close. And that was hole number one, so hopefully y'all can pick up some tips right there from the way I played that hole. Hopefully you all drop it, unlike I did, unlike me. But yeah, we'll see you all in the next hole, number 2. Alright, we got hole number 2 here. This is a par 3. I'm playing this one with a sniper with a plus 20% for my elevation adjustment. And I've got the navigator ball in here, trying to stay cheap on my ball since this is a mini tournament and the prizes aren't really that grand. So trying to play this one as cheaply as I can. There will be a few holes where that's not possible, but we're going to do our best. Plus 20%, 2.5 backspin for this shot. We're going to be bouncing it just in front of the rough here, with the blue edge of our line just right there on the edge of the rough. We're going to play just about 1 square offset 1/2 square offset left of the hole. So 6.5 is our adjustment here, which is max plus 20. Perfect hit. Let's see how this one comes in. We did play 1/2 square to the left of an adjustment. And one came in just a tad bit short. We did land just a little bit farther back towards that rough line than I wanted to. I would really like that second bounce to be about midway between the rough and the where the fringe starts. We landed a little bit closer to that rough line than we wanted to, which is why our ball came in a little bit short. I would not change up the spins for that shot. I would just try to maybe make sure that I have my ball correctly positioned on that initial first bounce. But definitely the offset to the left is correct. And it even looks like you need a little bit more of an offset to the left than what I did. I was right there at about 1/2 a square to the left. So definitely one that we'll have to fiddle around a little bit with. But I think with that adjustment to my landing spot, I think will actually help correct that miss to the right, because it's going to give me a little bit more speed on the bounce. So, all right, that was hole 2, and next will be hole number 3. All right, here we go, hole number 3, par 5. Probably the toughest hole in the course, in my opinion, at least to get an eagle on. We're going to play this one plus 10% downhill, extra mile, and big dog. I'm going with top spin and left spin on this shot. And looks like we're going to get to see a big topper shot here with the new underwear ball. Oh boy. The updated Royal ball. The new underwear ball. So let's see what my opponent does here. You either got to try to bounce over the edge of the bunker or try to roll through that little gap. And it looks like he's going to roll through the gap. Well done. His power 4 ball will really come in handy for his second shot. Makes me kind of want to use one myself. Alright, 6.3. Full top and left spin, which we're going to go with here. I'm going to bounce it right about there. So 3 rings. Brings it back to there. We're going to play our shot with a little bit of curl to the left and just a slight amount of overpower. And we hit great to the right. This one may still sneak over. It's going to sneak through. If we had not hit great right, we would have been set up a lot better position-wise for this next shot, but we're through. I mean, we're not in a bad, terrible spot, honestly. So, we would have been a lot better off if we had not hit that rough line. You do need to make sure that you got to be somewhat careful on that drive. Too much overpower or topspin could put you through that fairway into that rough, so it's like really a fine line. I like the double bounce because it gives you that roll, but it doesn't give you that same roll where, you know, if you were to just land that second bounce on the other side of that rough. So for that shot right there, he would have needed a lot more topspin. I'm not sure what we're going to have here for our shot. We may not be in much better of a position than he was. So we need 6.0 is going to be 2.8 rings. So that's going to put us right about in there. Okay. So we're going to go with 4 top spin and 2 right spin. 4.5 top spin, 2 right spin. And now we need to make our adjustment, 2.8 rings. We're going to go with a little bit of right curl. Oh, we hit great to the right. That's not going to be good. That's going to be in the bunker probably, or it's going to bounce over the bunker and roll down through into the other bunker. All right, so not well executed right there. Probably should not have had that right curl on that shot. But we live and we learn, right? So next time we will play the shot with less topspin, and you've always got to prepare yourself for the right to left bounce off that fairway, which is why I was kind of trying to counter it with a little bit of right spin. So let's see what we have here out of this bunker and what kind of a shot it looks like. It's not going to be really much of a difference except just aim it at the hole type of shot. So we're going to go with 2 backspin here and just take this one right at the hole. We get perfect, and we're going to get the save. So we got the eagle the hard way there. Hopefully y'all can take that video, make a few tweaks to it, and get yourself up there a little bit easier. But, you know, worst case scenario, you're still chipping there for, you know, a good chance at the eagle. So, alright, see you on the next hole. Alright, y'all, we got hole number 4 here. This is a par 3. This one right here is definitely a really good chance at the ace. Play this one. I played with a navigator ball and a sniper. Played 1-to-1 for the adjustment. And we'll play with 1 top spin for this shot. And basically we're just looking for that orange ring to just barely cut into the fringe in front of the green. Look for that nice right to left roll from the right ridge into the cup. So as you can see, orange ring cutting into the green. Now I've got that played a little bit farther into the green than I normally would, but it works either way. You just got to make sure you have that good ball guide into the hole. So we played 1-to-1. We got the bounce right there. The only thing I don't like about that is, you know, the fact that it bounces so close to the green. So definitely back that up just a little bit with that orange ring just barely into the fringe of the green, and you'll be fine. Okay, hole number 5 here. We're going to try out something here. We're going to go for the quarterback power curl. Got to level 8 quarterback here, so we'll play a 22 ring adjustment here. First thing we do is we line up our shot with the wind. You play plus 10% for this wind. So we're just going to eyeball the shot from the middle of our target forward, since we have a left to right tailwind. We'll play this one with a Titan ball. Full top spin, full left spin. And this is where we're just going to kind of try to eyeball that wind up to get that bounce. Not the middle of the fairway, but kind of like the middle left edge of the fairway. So 22 rings right there is our adjustment. Now we're going to go with full left curl and hook. And as you're going to see, this one's going to bounce pretty close to the mid fairway. And it hits that rough, rolls out into the fairway. And I think that's going to be what you're looking for, is that shot that bounces out of the rough onto the fairway. Now from here, I will have a long, a max end bringer. Just use a little bit of top spin right there to get that nice bounce and ball guide. Adjust for that shot. It's a very straight left to right tailwind. Get that roll and drop the eagle just like that. Alright, y'all, we got hole number 6 here. We're going to attack this one with an extra mile and big dog and berserker ball. We're going to try to get over the to the second fairway. If you do have a higher level extra mile, don't go full top spin, you will roll through. So just go with a little bit less. So we'll go 4.5 bars of top spin. Oh, 5 tops. We'll go 5 top spin. Just for wind. Push back up to max. And then we're going to go full overpower with a little bit of left curl. And that should get us over to the next level, and shouldn't roll us into the rough. Whew. I would back one more bar of backspin off that. So that was 5 top spin. I would go 4 top spin. That's just too close for my comfort. But full top spin with that EM8 definitely would have been in. Do keep in mind, the lower you go, extra mile wise, you do lose some yardage. So, you know, if you are going with extra mile 6 or 7, 5 top spin would be fine. But if you're going with the extra mile 8, I definitely dial that back to 4 top spin, no doubt. So, yeah, it definitely depends on what club you are using, whether or not, you know, you need to worry or not about that shot. So for the next shot is going to be the big dog. And this one should be interesting. It's going to be a shot that requires a lot of curl and some backspin. We'll play a plus 10% elevation change for the shot. See what kind of a wind we have. 7.9 tailwind. So we're going to go full right spin and 2 backspin on this shot. And we're just trying to eyeball 5 rings up here. We're going to go with the blue ring cutting the right there on the edge. Full curl. And just a tiny bit of overpower. Should be good. Let's see where it ends up. Oh, that's perfect. That's getting a hole. Ooh, that is so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Alright, so that's like the absolute perfect way to play that hole right there, and I'm so happy that I was able to record it for you all. Hopefully you all can copy that and get the same exact results. So it was the blue ring along the edge of the rough, 2 backspin, full right spin, and I did go a little bit of overpower, but I think even if I did not overpower that shot, it would have made it there. So, y'all, good luck. Hopefully y'all can replicate that and get yourself a putt in eagle here on this hole. Alright, we'll catch you all for the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 7 here, par 3. Plus 20%, sniper, navigator, no spin required at all. All we're going to do is use the blue ring edge against the rough and try to aim this one just a little bit right of the hole. So 6.2 is going to be 7.2 rings. So alright, blue edge. Right there on the rough. Right edge of the hole. Looks good. And 7.2 is our ring adjustment here. 7.2. Perfect hit. Let's see how this one comes rolling in. Good bounce right there. Looks like a nice roll. Get in the hole, baby. There we go. There's the ace. Once again, plus 20%. No spins. Going with the navigator ball. Blue ring right on the edge of the rough line. Max adjustment. Aim it right there on the right hand edge of the hole in the fuego. Alright, y'all. Good luck. See you on the next hole. Alright, y'all. We got hole 8 here. This is a par 4. Trying to use our extra mile in our thorn or hornet to drop this eagle. We're going to play this one with a Titan ball. Top spin, right spin. We have a right to left headwind, so we need to put a little bit more juice behind this shot than it appears, just because of that compressed ball guide. Something I do not do on this drive, but I'm trying to instruct you all to do, so you don't make the same mistake I made. So we adjust for our wind here, and overpower, you see. And now, I'm going to put some curl on this shot. I needed to put about 25% overpower on that shot, I think. Because I didn't, you're going to see my ball actually hit in the rough and roll out. Is that an issue? It's not really an issue. We're still going to be in thorn range, but instead of being mid thorn or even maybe min thorn with a really good drive, now we're sitting at about 75% thorn, so a little bit farther up than we would like. So we are going to drop this shot back a little bit here to more of a mid spot. We're aiming the right edge, and we're playing this one at 10%, but I really believe 15% would have worked better here, and would have dropped it if we had played 15%. Because you see, we do hit perfect here. And we are going to roll right on that left edge. If we had gone at 5% extra of an adjustment, that would have dropped. So, definitely, even if you clip the rough there on that drive, you still have a really good chance to drop the eagle. I think it's the best way to play that hole is to play that second shot off the fairway before the green, though, for sure. Alright, we got hole number 9 here. This one is the par 5. We're going to play this one with a power curl shot with our quarterback. You can just play a regular shot over that water with one top spin and left spin. More top spin with an extra mile definitely puts you in risk going into that bunker and rough past the fairway, so don't be that person. We're going to go 22 rings here for this adjustment. We just eyeballed the wind factor off the middle of the target, and then we did our 22 ring adjustment. Full curl, full hook, and as you can see, this one comes in. It's going to come in a little bit hot. I could have played that shot a little bit farther to the left on the landing zone, and that would have been a little bit better of a result. So even with the 4 topspin, we still were safe, but we kind of played it a little bit closer than we would like. So for our second shot here, we've got the big dog. I'm going to play this one at 10-15% uphill for the shot. 10-15% downhill for the shot. Our landing location is on the downhill slope. It's hard to tell here just because of the way that this fairway is contoured. We do hit great left, but we had it lined up to great proof ourselves. No matter left or right. Really, just the only goal we have for that shot is to get it onto the green or on the fringe along the outside edge of the green to get the eagle. I don't believe in pro, there are really any situations where you're really going to be in position to really go for the albatross on a consistent basis. To say someone won't drop an albatross, they may, but it's most likely going to be a lot more luck involved than skill. Unless someone's playing with some really good clubs, then that's definitely a possibility to get that shot a little bit farther up. See, my opponent shot right here, tried to cut it with a little bit of curl. Actually, not a bad shot. Well done. And we're going to have our little chip here for the eagle. Alright, y'all, thank you all very much. This was the pro playthrough. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And good luck to you all on your weekend round on Saturday. Good luck.